It's me, Angie, with the Yarn Room, doing a highly unusual evening um live. But, I've been busy all day and I still wanted to come up here. I'm working on some stuff that I can't tell you about. Well, I can tell you that it's my AI versus AI challenge. So that much I can tell you, but I can't show you, is what I mean. So now I am going to be sewing some things on here and just talking to you guys about things that are happening and what I've been doing. So, Miriam, hi. Legs, hello. You were first, Miriam. Thanks, Allegra. You saw it. Yay. So, I'm working on my AI versus AI challenge. And so I gotta finish that this week. Now, it's on the verge of being finished. I can probably finish it here in the next hour or so. But the challenge is, the challenge is, hi Shima, how are you? Is making the video. So on this particular AI challenge, I am not going to put a pattern per se. If I do, I'm probably gonna, because it turned out to be very long, I may put it for the members. I'm not sure about that yet, so we'll see. Y'all let me know if y'all want the pattern, members. Let me know. And if you're interested in being a member, it's the TYR Hookers 101 class. So I'm working on that. But today I was out with my daughter, my oldest daughter, buying plants, and I got my little patio, not patio, but my porch, front door porch fixed. Every spring I buy plants to put inside my pot because inevitably they die during winter, right? But I bought plants that do really well for me in my front porch. And so, and before that, we went to Hobby Lobby. Angelise, hello. Thank you for my blessing. I love it. I love it. 12:46 a.m. and I'm here for you. Yay. Hey, Shima, thank you. I knew you would be. I knew it. So, but don't stay up too late. So anyways, I got that done. And everything I did was for, oh no, I also, I bought dirt, garden soil, because one of my plants outside, that just needed a little sprucing up. And even though I'm not adding more plants, I am taking care of what I do have there. So anyways, you know what happened this week on April Fool's? I have a Hollywood crush, and he passed away on Tuesday, April Fool's Day, which was like so awesome. I'm like, yeah, he's a prankster. But it was Val Kilmer. I loved him. I loved him even when he got old and an old man. I still loved him. I don't care what anybody said. I loved him. Anyway, so yeah, that was really sad for me. And so yay, I think I might be almost finished with, not with the whole thing, but a certain part up here. Let me see how it looks. I wish I could show you, but I can't. I'm going to stop this after a while and talk with you guys about and show you other things. So what I did was, I don't know if you can tell in the back there, I moved my shelves around and I made them into the corner that they could be, because I think it was always just right there underneath that the pegboard right here. But then I had the other one on the other side of the room, and so I put them together like they are meant to be in a corner. So I put them there, and I have my little chair, my little rocker with a Chi-Chi sitting in there. I don't know if it's going to stay there or not, or if I'm going to face it a different way, but that will be a place where I will be sitting. It reminds me of a little reading corner, which I love. That's so cute. A reading corner. Reminds me of the kids. Reminds me when I was little and I always wanted like a little reading corner, you know? So let me turn you around so you can see me better. I don't want you to see what I'm working on down here. So I moved around my room a couple of days ago. I had the ladies that come and help me clean my house. They came and let me tell you, and just in time because I've been looking at these dirt in the center, on the corners of the house, you know, and but did I bend down to pick it up or sweep it? No, because you know, I get so tired. And so I choose to do other things other than clean. And so they came, and my house is now almost spotless. They missed a spot, but I won't tell them that because I like those ladies. And so I had that happen, and after, while they were here cleaning, I moved around my room. Now it's still a mess because, you know, once I move my room around, then that means I put all this other stuff away on the corner so it accumulates somewhere else, even though I cleaned up from underneath the, oh, you see, I took that desk out because it was just accumulating stuff. Now I'm like, nope, 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 nope. That's going to be a bigger mess than I wanted it to be. So anyways, I took that out. It's in the garage now, and I'm going to use it out there. I figured that if I sit out there and work, because sometimes I like to sit out in the garage and just look at my neighborhood, be out there quietly. I can be there and work on stuff. Oh my. Let's not start this now, Angie. But anyways, let me cut this off. Where's my scissors? I'm just reading one of my little stickers I have on my laptop. It's like if it's too old, if it's too loud, you're too old. That sounds like something I would put on there. Okay, so I'm gonna put this up. This is going to, I'll be able to finish this later, but it's gonna take up too much of my time. There you go, oh, gonna let it slip, gonna let it slip. Okay, so also what I did was I cleaned my closet. My closet had lots of junk in it. I got rid of 2 bags, trash bags full of stuff. I'm like, I'm just getting rid of stuff that I'm just holding on to, like, oh, I'm going to make something out of this. I'm going to make something out of that. You know what I mean? So then I just got rid of it because I think I told y'all that we might be moving. That's a thought that we're thinking at the moment. And so I really need to downsize and get rid of a lot of stuff in this house. And I don't care if it's evening, I'm still drinking coffee. I'm made out of, people are what, 80% water or 90% water? I'm 90% coffee. And so I cleaned my room, my closet, and I found a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. Linda, hi. Oh, Linda, I'm so sorry. I hope it gets better. Well, let me tell you, Linda, what I've been doing. I cleaned my closet, and I found some stuff. I found something I started making for my daughter. I won't tell you what it is. It looks a little obscene, but it's not. I also found this chicken purse I was working on. I have another chicken purse over there. I really should. At least I saved the yarn in here, right? So this is almost finished. Or is it finished? I think it just needs eyes. And so I may be able to sell this at the craft show. So, ooh, that would be nice, right? Okay, I don't know if I'll line it or not, but somebody will buy that. You don't have to put a liner in everything. So I'm going to work on that. And I also found, legs, you're smart. For, yeah, for sister, for the little sister, for a friend. They commissioned Grr. And I never did finish it. And I plan on finishing it. So I took it out. I was like, I was wondering where that thing was. Then I also found my Death Star turtle. He doesn't have fins. So now I'm going to have to make some fins. And they won't have to match, you know. But I'm going to have to give him a little face and everything. He's so cute. Got to finish him. And then I found these Pokeballs. I forgot I had these. Okay. And I have these that I was going to make into like little keychains. And you love girl. I know, I need to make the zipper. Aww. And so I need to add little keychain things to this, wherever I'm going to add it. Or, you know, like maybe a long chain so they can, with beads or something. So I had that, and I made a lot of hearts. And I made little bees. Ooh, ooh. I don't know why I have them in here and I didn't. I don't know. And then I made a little, this was supposed to be a little spaceship, what do you call it? A UFO. But it kind of looked like just two. Oh my gosh. And it has a alien inside of it. I am going to have to sell this just to get it out of my room, make some money. I need to make money for Easter, and we're going to Disney World, so I need to earn some more money. Look, another heart. And then I have quite a bit of these little bitty mushrooms that I don't know what I'll do with these. Should I put them on keychains, or I don't know what I'll do with them. They're so adorable. And I have this. Can you tell what this is? And let's see what I put in here. Oh yeah, the alien, the pickle alien. He goes inside there. I'm gonna sell him too. Or should I save this one for Comic-Con? I wonder. I'm gonna put a higher price on those. Oh, and Allegra, don't look, Allegra. I have quite a few of these little pugs. Is that Ricky or what? Thank you, Arushi. And welcome. I don't think I've seen you here before. Oh my gosh, a Hostess cupcake. I forgot about these. I have a very funny story about these. Do y'all have this? If you're out of the country, out of the US, do y'all have these little treats? And it just has like an icing squiggly mark. Well, when I was little, I couldn't wait to grow up so I could read it, because I thought that was cursive writing. And it just says, eh. I have more hearts that I found, and I should add faces to them. Let's see. I saw some of these being made into cats, so maybe I'll look into that. What else do I have? Oh, I made a little, what do you call the dogs? I know the name if my daughter has these dogs. What is it? Tell me the name. Tell me the name. Arushi, you just found my live? Ooh, thank you. I'm usually not on in the evenings. A pit bull. Look at that. Yes. Hi, Sabrina. Oh, nice to see you. Sabrina, my IRL friend from Crochet Club. Is that you? Is that you, Sabrina? So anyways, this is what I've been up to. And I'm going to go ahead and add these to the, I got to sell these. And so that's what I found in the closet. And I guess, you know what I should do is go ahead and finish this off. Is it done? I mean, this is just the yarn that I used here. I don't need it. I'll put it right here where it belongs with the other yarn. What I need is like a big button or something here. So maybe I need that to make the little thing there. And it needs eyes. Oh, and it needs little wings. Doesn't it need little wings? It does. Okay, so I am going to have to finish that. So I cleaned my room and I found all of that. I'm going to put it here. It might just stay here. And now I'm thinking I want to move my desk around. And I'm always moving stuff. Anybody who knows me knows I'm always moving stuff. My kids know for sure, right? So anyways, what should I be working on while I'm here with you guys? Yes, ma'am. Oh, Sabrina. How's that little kiddo? You don't have to tell me on here, but yes, we are, Sabrina. We're going to be at the market here in our neighborhood. Yes, hit the like button, guys. I see there's 12 of you guys in here. I only have 3 likes. Let's like me. Hi, Sonia. How are you? Good to see you. It's still early there, right? If it's 7 here, you're 5, right? So I'm on in the evening this time. What should I be making? I don't know. I'm kind of lost. I didn't even know I was going to be on here. I have nothing planned. And I have another trash bag here full of stuff. So, oh, I have this yarn. What was I making? I was making little octopuses. Octopuses. Is that what you call them? I know people say octopi, but there was a debate at the Crochet Club as to what I guess what the tenses were for that. But an octopus. Let's see. I don't have any more yarn. Should I finish him? I should finish this one. While I'm here with you, I'll finish this one. I need some black yarn for... Oh, that's not black. Am I going to have to get up? I don't want to get up. Did I bring all my stuff in here? I'm sorry, guys. So, oh, my stuff is in the room. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. I'm going to take my scissors. You might still be able to see me. I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to be back here grabbing some black yarn out of... See? I don't know if y'all can see. I moved everything over here. So right here, I'm going to... One of these... This is what I do sometimes. And I just cut it off. Now I have black yarn. Okay. So I can do the face. Oh, and while I'm up, I should go ahead and grab my beads too. Do I have some beads here? Pony beads. While I was at crochet meeting yesterday, I was working on my... I wish I had them here because I would like to color those. My shrunken heads. Oh, so sorry. Some shrunken heads. So look, I left these long little tendrils here so it could I could add some beads onto it. So that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, it's 5. Hi, Nick from Iran. How are you? Welcome, welcome. I'm just in here in the yarn room, and I'm Angie. And I'm working on yarn stuff. I know, Sabrina. Oh, yeah. You gotta take care of your baby. But I remember you could just bring her, right? And she would just be in the stroller. Not anymore. That girl's mobile, I'm sure. I'm just guessing. I don't know. So I'm going to sit here and just put all kinds of beads on here. I may want to put y'all a little closer, or maybe I'll scoot closer to y'all so I can be able to read. There we go. What y'all saying? Yes. My kids are mobile, but that's only because they're in cars and they don't live here anymore. So I don't have to run after them. Actually, I was with one of my daughters this morning, Sabrina, and I was kind of running. We went to go shop for plants and dirt. Who would have thought that I would have to be buying dirt? Oh, no, that's not going to work there. You know, back in the old days, we're like, nobody's ever going to buy dirt. I think I've already talked about this last time. Nobody's ever going to buy water. Water's free and from the tap. We already pay for it. But nah, we're so smart. We're going to buy water. Okay, so I love the beads on here that I just want to fill them up with beads. But one more color that's not the purple, because it seems like I have purple on here. Let's do Let's do not a yellow either. See, this is what happens when I think that I'm gonna be random and I'm not random. Okay, so what are you guys working on? Any of you guys working on anything, or y'all just here to hear me jibber jabber? Which is okay. It's okay. You mean a leash, Leggy? You mean a leash? Yeah, I used to think those things were terrible until I had children. No, no, no. I think with my first child. No, did I think about it? Because that first one, he was pretty tame. Pretty tame. Didn't run off anywhere until he became a little older. Then we lost him. I lost him because he went home in kindergarten with a friend of his from the bus. She said, come see my toys in my backyard. And we lived in apartments, and he followed her, and then she didn't bring him back home. He didn't know how to get back home. Boy, that was the worst day, one of the worst days of my life. I thought I had lost him. You know, I had nightmares when I went to bed after that. Yeah, so was not good when you lose a child. Is he the only one I've ever lost? I think he's the only one that I've lost. I almost lost another one at Disney, but they were with my husband, and I thought I lost my husband too. So does that count? That doesn't count, does it? Because she was with somebody, so I didn't actually lose her. Look at that. And it gives it weight. Look at that. I love it. I love it. Okay, another one. More beads. Allegra, how come I don't remember that? That wasn't as traumatizing for me. It was more traumatizing for you, I believe. I don't know why I don't remember that. At Barnes and Noble. No, at Half Price Bookstore, you said. Okay, so Arushi, you started crocheting and you finished your first project last day. It's not the best, but not terrible for my first. Oh, nice. What did you make, Arushi? And that first one, even though it might not be the best that you'll make, it's still very memorable. It was traumatizing for you, Legs. You were like 5 at the old location. That was a big one. That was a big one and an old one also. So kind of scary at that one. Yes. Right. Come on, give me a blue, give me a blue, give me a blue. Here it is. One more. Let me let it be random. Dark blue. Perfect. Perfect. So tomorrow, don't forget, guys, those of you who are new here, we have a crochet meeting tomorrow in the morning at 9 o'clock Central Time, my time, U.S. Central Time. So if you want to be reminded, just go and subscribe to my channel, and then press the subscribe button again, and you'll see the all option, and that will let you that will give you reminders and what do you call it, notifications that I am about, or I just jumped on, or I'm about to be on, or I just posted something. So yeah, do that, because I'd like to see y'all come back, you new guys who just showed up here today with us. That would be wonderful. Okay. Okay. Let's cut this off. Where's my I'm always losing the scissors because they're kind of camouflaged. I better put it on a solid color so I can see it. And then push these beads down. Whoa. Woohoo. Okay, now do this one. Okay, and then so tomorrow after I have the crochet meeting, which is it goes for 1 hour, but usually I will stay past that because I just am having so much fun. If y'all are on here and y'all come to the meetings, or if you plan on being there tomorrow, let me know if we can make a little something very small to crochet. What should I do? What should I make on there? Nothing very long, because I tried to do a coaster that was a new stitch for me, and I shouldn't have done that. But last time I made the little octopuses, and that worked out really, really well. So tell me something that you want me to make, and I'll take it into consideration, and I'll think about it tonight. I'll plan. And I'll probably try to post it on my page here, my channel, if we need any special stuff. But usually I'm just going to need yarn, any kind of yarn. I'm not all about this specialty yarns, and a hook, and you know, that can kind of be the right size or not. It doesn't matter. It'll just determine what kind of size you have. And so I don't know what we shall make. Should we try a heart? No, let's try something. Let's see. I don't know. Y'all give me ideas. Give me ideas. And if y'all don't give me ideas, you get what you get, and you don't throw a fit. If you're going to leave it up to me, you're not going to throw a fit. Okay. Bye, Shima. Good night. Thank you for hopping on here with me. It was nice to see you. Let me make its face. And everybody knows I need to close this because I will drop it. Let me take some coffee. You would think that I would not get on here right before I'm going to do a live tomorrow, because I will run out of stuff to talk about. But that, if you know me, that is far from the truth. I always got something to talk about. Okay, so stressing over this AI challenge only because I don't know what I was thinking about it. You know, I shouldn't have made, what took me so long was trying to write the pattern and everything, and making the video, and then just getting so dejected about it, you know, that it wasn't working out the way it was too long, and, you know, I didn't want it to be like that. But now that I kind of have a grip on what I want to do, then it's getting better. But now I have to think about April's. Now, April's, hold on. I'm thinking, people. I'm thinking. April's, I'm going to be easy on myself. I am not gonna, it's gonna be a challenge. I don't know what it is yet, but I will do something nice. And I want it to be pertaining to the yarn room, because you know, at the end of the month is a 1-year anniversary of the yarn room. We've only been on here a year, guys. Oh my gosh. And I'm going to set my new goal. Wouldn't it be great to be at 3,100 subscribers? So that's 70 more subscribers. Or should I just aim for 4,000? Or 35, maybe 35. I'm going to aim for 30. Let's get 70 more soon. Let's get 70 more. I didn't need this much black, but I'm going to keep it up here because I always need it. And look at this little guy here. So adorable. And now it needs like the little hanger up on the top. Isn't that just so adorable? I love it. And I love those little corkscrews. Do y'all know how to make those corkscrews, guys? Let's see. Oh, you know what? I'm going to use this yarn right here. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Okay, here it is. Okay. I'm going to make the little strap out of this. Isn't that pretty? Okay. Alrighty. I'm going to use this size hook, which I think I used on here. What else? Oh, okay. So I saw on YouTube this one blouse. I don't usually make clothes. I've made jackets, but this top is a summer top made out of cotton. And I wish I could show you the picture, but maybe in the description after this, I'll send you a link to the YouTube tutorial. She has a pattern, but I do really well just watching tutorials. And she tells you how to do basically how to do it. She doesn't walk you step by step, each step, but she does tell you each step. You know what I mean? So she shows you the rows that you need to do, and then from then on, she lets you do it, and then she'll show you how to close it up and what she does. And if you're good at following along like that, then yay, you'll get it. I get it like that. But if you need the pattern, she has a pattern available also. But she has it as a little crop top, and I am not a crop top person. So I am going to make it just a little longer, just to go over some jean shorts or something. And it's made out of an ecru beige, light, off-white cotton. And she has the same kind of colored camisole underneath, so it looks like you have nothing on underneath, but you can't see through it. You know what I'm talking about? So I would like to do that. I don't know what yarn. I have some gray yarn, and I do have a gray camisole that I could use. I would love to make a pink one, but I don't have any pink cotton, enough pink cotton, you know? Is that long enough? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do one more for good measure, and then I'm gonna cut it, and then I'm gonna okay. Every time I add these on here, I do something different. So this one, I am going to tie both of them together in a knot. And every time I do stuff, I like to show you guys because I don't know what you guys know. You know, y'all may know more than me. Y'all may not. I don't know. But if I know something, I'm going to share it with you guys. Okay, so I made a little knot at the bottom, and I'm going to stick this through the center of the head. So let's see. Actually, I'm going to put this on needles and work it in that way. So it's kind of invisible because it's a different color than the actual guy here, this little jellyfish. So I want to work it in here where it's going to be kind of tight, I think. Let's see if I can bring it in here. No, it doesn't go in there, but that's okay because I like this a lot now. No, right here. Okay. So now I brought that one over here to this side. Now I'm going to take this one and wrap it around and bring it through the same way. Just sew it on there however you like. Let's see. We're going to get this done. Now I'm going to tie it, and then I will pull this back inside to the inside of the octopus. No, this is a jellyfish. This is not an octopus. This is a jellyfish. But I'm going to put my needle coming out through here. Oh, did you hear that pop? That meant that the knot went inside there. I pull each. Okay, how about this one? Ooh, it's in there now. And now you just have that little knot at the end. So if I wanted to, I could put some beads in here, on here, which I might, because I love beads. And I think maybe I want to crochet something for it, like a starfish. I have some orange here. Orange is a good color for starfish, right? Arushi, do you make clothes as well? I make, I haven't made clothes really, but I made jackets and hats, scarves, purses, amigurumi. Yeah, so not really clothes. Have not made a top or anything, and I do want to make a top. That's so cute, so stinking cute. Let's put it to the side and let me just get, okay, this is orange. Do you think that that would be a good starfish color? Too orangey? Too orangey? Okay, look, I can leave it back over here. No, I'm gonna have it in my lap. So right now I'm finishing up a jellyfish, Denisa. And I just added the beads at the bottom of these chains that I made out of the center, and I added the strap, and now I want a little adornment, and I think that a little starfish on the top, and I may add some beads onto this. So I think I'm gonna make a starfish, and I will let y'all know how I make this. I need a smaller hook, I think. I don't think I want to use that one. That one's too big. I want it to be a little smaller. What size is this here? Yee. This is a size 2.5. That's way too small for me right now. I want like maybe a 4. Is this a 4? 4.5 for this one. What is this one? 5. Oh, hope I'm not going to be here all day trying to look for a... What is this one? This one looks like it's a 5. Dang it. Dang it. I'm going to be here all day, people. I'm going to be here all day. 5.5. I know I have 4 somewhere else, like in my bag somewhere. What is this one here? What size is this one? I just found this in my bag that's there. 4.5. That's still kind of big. Okay, no. I'm going to go ahead and stick those in there because I have them sorted. Remember I sorted them the other day? What size is this? 3? How about a 3? Let's do a 3. Okay, so I won't be looking and looking and looking. So a starfish has 5 arms. So that means I am going to make 10 single crochets into a magic ring. And how I make a magic ring, if I'm using single crochets, I chain 2, however you chain 2. And in that first chain, I am going to open it up a little bit and use that as my magic ring. So I just insert my hook and make 1 single crochet, 2, and then I'll make 10. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and always walk around that tail, 10. Okay, and I'm going to pull it tight. And then after that, I'm going to connect it to the very first, slip stitch it to the very first stitch that we made. There we go. And from here, this is where I usually tie the working yarn to that tail, just to keep everything, keep that center closed. But I still have the working yarn. Don't cut anything off. And I chain 1, and then I can start here because I don't want it much bigger than this, the center. If you wanted the center bigger, then just do another single increase in each one of these spaces. Shatika Woods, my goodness, where have you been? Yes, you're crocheting. Thank God it's Friday, but I'm off every day, so. Thank you, Shatika. Yes, orange, great, great, thank you. I'm glad you agree. Okay, so, you know, guys, if you cannot join my membership, you can always leave me a super chat or a super thanks on some of my videos. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I made 8. I think that's, I'm gonna make 7. I'm gonna go just a little for, okay, we're gonna make 7 chains each time we do 5. So if I did 10 single crochets around in this magic ring, that means when I come and work down, I'm gonna go into the second stitch here, and then I will slip stitch into the next stitch after that and start my next arm. So that gives 2 stitches for each little starfish arm. Now how we work back on this is in the first chain, we are going to do a slip stitch because you want a point. And then what you're going to, the idea is you are going to work stitches bigger each time. So a slip stitch, then you're going, in the next chain, you're going to do a single crochet. In the next chain, you're going to do a half double crochet. Oh, half double, not a double. And then in the next one, you are going to do a double crochet. And you should have one more left, right? And you are going to do another double crochet. And you should have something that kind of looks like this. So you gradually go from a slip stitch to a single crochet, a half double crochet, and then 2 double crochets. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So did I do 7? I did 7 single crochets, 7 chains. Okay, so then now I am going to skip this first. I'm not going to go into the same stitch. I'm going to go into the next stitch and make a slip stitch. The next available stitch. And then I'm going to make another slip stitch into the next chain. And then I'm going to chain 7 and we're going to make another one just like this. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to work down in the second chain. So that's 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the second chain from the hook, make a slip stitch. The next one, you're going to make a single crochet. The next one, a half double crochet. And whatever you have left over, you make your, you should only have 2 stitches left, that you make 2 double crochets. And that makes it into like a triangle. You can use this for anything that you are working on that needs something that's like a triangle. A beak, I don't know, anything you want. Okay, and we go into the next stitch. We slip stitch into the next stitch. And now we slip stitch into the stitch after that. And we make our 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you skip that first one and you go in a slip stitch into that second one, slip stitch, and so on and so on. Thank you, Shatika. Let's see. Oh, I'm going back a little further. Sonia, saying hello to everyone. Kinsley. I'm so, well, you know what, Kinsley? If after 40 years, I ain't got kind of good, then that's terrible, because that's how long I've been crocheting, 40 years. Sonia, I am finishing off one of my jellies. I added the beads onto these chains here. I added the strap to the top and I added a little mouth. And now I wanted a little adornment. So I'm going to make a starfish to go on the top. Ooh, so cute. And I think I might add beads on here. I'm not sure. We will see that. And then after I'm done with that, because you know I'm still getting ready for my craft market. It's not this Saturday. Oh no, it's not next Saturday, I don't think. Is it? Today is the what? The 4th? 10 more days is the 14th. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, it's next Saturday. I didn't know. I thought it was 2 Saturdays from now. Okay, well, I'm not going to panic. I have things, and I'm basically going to be there greeting and helping my daughter out. If I wanted to, I could let her sell everything, you know, for me, and just leave it in our booth that we usually do, and then I can just be there to greet, and that would be less stress on me. So we're going to play it by ear, but I want to be the greeter up in the front. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm getting all my things ready, and Sonia, I forgot I have my little bell. I'll ring it as soon as I'm done with this. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, Sonia, what was I going to tell you, Sonia? I found a lot of stuff. I know I was going to tell you that. I bought plants. Were you here earlier? I don't remember. Anyways, I forgot. Sorry. If I remember, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go back because I don't know if I did my, yes, I attached it there, and now I need to make another slip stitch. Oh, what am I making? Is that what you were asking? Mm-hmm. Oh, well, Kinsley, you can always find out if you're interested. Let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you're interested, Kinsley, you know, you can watch some of my shorts. I try to put some tutorials to help beginners. So if you're interested in learning, you know, you can always check out mine shorts and some of my videos, my tutorial in my playlists. You will see tutorials, beginner tutorials in there. But if you don't understand how I'm explaining it, go on and there are plenty of people on YouTube that will help you and show you how if you are interested. So, or you could just hang out and watch us and listen to us gab. Listen to me gab because I'm the only one on here that you can hear. But you can read everybody else's gabbing, right? Okay, chain, let's see, I have 4, so now I'm going to be able to do 1 more arm for the starfish. And you know what? I should have made the starfish just a little bit more rounded on the top. So if you wanted to do that, you can always start with a single crochet instead of a slip stitch. Okay. Wait a minute. I now have to go back because I don't know if that was the one. That's the one that hooked it on there. If I start talking, then I lose it. And I do want to stay on count here. Okay, and then now I slip stitch into this one, and then I begin my last one. You could even make a little person. See the arms and the legs? Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry. Yes, that would be nice for you to learn if you wanted to, Kinsley. It's very fun and relaxing to crochet. I learned when I was young. I think, sorry, my nose ring came out a little bit. I learned how to chain when I was in 2nd grade. I learned how to chain with my hands. And then when I became a teenager, I asked my grandmother to help me learn. And she forgot. She was already pretty old by then. And she forgot, so we had to learn together. And that's why I never knew how to read a pattern. I never even knew what the stitches were called. I just said wrap around once, wrap around twice, don't wrap around at all. Do this. Maybe if you add a lot of these stitches together, it'll make it curl up, you know. So I had to think about it on my own, which is, I am glad that I learned that way, but I'm kind of sad that I can't just read a pattern. But that just makes me be a, since I have an artistic personality, makes it very helpful for me to make my own patterns and just look at something and crochet it. So there it is. Ooh, and now I'm going to sew it to the top of that. And I'm going to take my long string that I have here. And I'm going to leave this here because I might come back and use it to tie this other one together. Okay, that's the tail. This is the long tail I just left and cut off. And now I'm going to use my needle so I can sew it on. I wonder, do we need like, no, I was going to say put a bead on here, but I don't think I'm going to put a bead on here. Okay, so here's this little guy here. Now, the next thing is we got to determine where. I usually like mine on this side for some reason, but I think I'm going to put it here just to be different. So I'm just going to stick my needle in here. Since I'm making it up as I go, I can put it wherever I want. And if I don't like it, I'll take it out again. Okay, that is so adorable. And I'm not going to leave the little arms and legs. So when I go in here, I'm going to make sure that I catch another piece of yarn there. That way when I go in, let's see, I know that it's going to bring this down, right? And then I'll just bring my hook over here to this other side, and basically I'm just tacking it down. And when you bring it, make sure you don't catch anything you're not supposed to, so don't tighten it right away. Make sure it's there, and then you can tighten it a little bit, okay? And then you just work it around like that, and then when I get to the little the arms, I'll show you what I do. Okay, so tack that center down. Just so it's stable on there. Okay, just, alrighty. Now I want these down, but I don't think I want them all the way down to the edge like this. Maybe one or two of them on one side or on opposite sides, I don't know, or just one. I will do one and then I will decide. But around the eye, I don't think I want it down. So when I tack it down, I'm going to tack it down right here in the center. Does that make sense to you guys? So you can be artistic about this. You decide, you're a designer. You can design how you want your little starfish to look. This one is the same here. And with these little arms, you would be, see, I tacked it down to where it's just still curls up here, but it's tacked down. And I brought it up where I want to tack down my next arm. So, okay. Pardon me if I don't talk. And I think I will put the so that's the jellyfish. He's curled up right here on this one and this one. But on this arm right here, I am going to want it down, like if it's trying to hold on for dear life. Leave that tail there. Don't worry about that tail. Okay. I'm so sorry. I start yawning because this makes me so relaxed. Crocheting is so relaxing to me. And see how I tacked it down and this one comes down. I may go a little further down on this one if I don't like it that it's curled up as much like that. I'm not sure. We shall see. So this one may be flat also. I don't know. I kind of like it like that. Okay. We'll see. You can always change your mind. You can always change your mind. Okay. And I found that when you go back in, it's good to go into the same stitch that you came out of underneath. That way you don't have all these stitches being shown. You know what I mean? So, for instance, I return the needle right back into here, catch a yarn, and then I insert it back into the same spot I just came out of, and then I bring it out wherever I want it to come out. And so since I've already done that one, I'm just going to come out. This is my last arm to do, and it makes it to where if you see the stitch, at least it goes into the same one. It's not a messy stitch, right? Okay, so now I'm going to examine this and look at it. I love it. I love it. And do I need this one too? I think I am going to go back and straighten this one out just a little bit more, because, you know, like bring it out like it's, you know how they cling on to stuff, and it looks like it's just about to try to unglue from itself. And then I'm going to hide my yarn. A good place to hide it is in this same color here. So I'm just kind of do some little small stitches that you can't tell where it's from, where it's, you know, going. Work them in the same direction as your stitches. You know what I'm talking about? Alrighty, so I'm going to cut this now. Oh my goodness, I just saw something. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but I'm always trying to put this somewhere. But what if, I don't know, I don't think I want to put that on there. I would rather put this on here if it was one that I could sew on there, you know? Hello, Jeanette, how are you? You're gonna learn how to do it, Kensley. Yay, 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 you're learning. Shatika, I just got more yarn and I'm going to crochet an octopus this weekend. Thank you for inspiring. You're so welcome. I love that I'm inspiring people to do stuff that maybe you didn't think about before, or maybe you did think about it before. Oh, look how cute he is. I think it's a girl because it looks like Ariel to me. It does. Look at that. Now, should I put beads on here? I should put beads on here. Yeah, put the orange up. Although I think that I should make more of these because I think that they're going to go on my other octopuses. I have some over there that might need one. But this one looks really like the ocean. Love it. Okay. Okay, where's my yarn? This is how I add beads to a strap like this. It's just like I do on my my plants that I make. And I put these on here, and then I find a tiny little hook like this because we're gonna grab a hook, a bead. I'm gonna bring this, I call it the threading yarn, and then I get to pull it down at the bottom like that. And then I probably will make a knot after I put some on here. That way you'll keep it from coming off. What do you think? Oh my goodness. I love working with beads. And then when yesterday I was working at my crochet meeting on my shrunken heads, one of my friends told me, "Ooh, what if you added beads to their hair?" And I was like, you're combining my favorite things, creepy and beads. What? Look at that, how cute. Do you think that looks nice? Do you think somebody would like that? Should I put one more? What color should this other one be? I think I should be more, how about a blue, just to tie it in, right? Yes, let's do a blue, and we'll see what that looks like. It would have been nice to have like a green one in here too, a lime colored one, a yellow. I don't want them too tight on here. I want them to be able to move around just a little bit. So maybe it could be like a little fidget. So let me add a little green, but this kind of green I'm going to add is a crystal-y kind of green. These are beads that one of my friends gave me. One of my friends gave it to me. It was her daughter's, and the daughter is cleaning out their room and stuff, and she's an older girl now, a teenager, young adult, I should say. And so I'm very grateful that when people, you know, donate stuff to me, because I'm always using stuff. Oy. Okay. Now, to keep the beads from falling out, I'm going to have to make a knot. And I want to make sure that I make it as close as I can to it, but not too close, because I do want them to move. And I just pull it like that. And now these things can move a little bit. But look how cute that is. Oh my goodness. You can hang this in your car. Oh, look, there's a strap. I forgot to tie that in. Let's bring that. So we just hide that other little strap there. We'll catch it with our hook and we'll bring it through the head and hide it in here. And then we cut it off. It's hidden in there now. Cut it off really close. And then just squash it and it disappears in there. Yes. Okay. How is that? And then you see how, I don't know if you can tell here or not, but there's a lot of like fuzzies that come off of here. If you don't like that and you want it to be a little bit more slick, like you see in videos, I always take my fire and I just go across it like this. But be careful, you don't want to set it on fire or char it, right? So you just go back and forth slowly, and it really like melts the edge of it and makes it more refined, more slick, you know what I mean? So you don't have to do this, and you be careful about your eyes there, because your eyes are plastic and you don't want them to melt after all this work and then ruin your eyes. Oh my gosh, no, 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 no. But this starfish, I would like for it to be a little bit more slick. Now, you got to be careful. You don't want to burn it. I'm looking at it. And it will have a little odor in it, but it airs out. You know what I mean? So we're just like burning the fuzz off. Burning the fuzz. And I find this kind of fun. And I will do it more if I'm like really want it to be slick, but it doesn't really have to be that slick. But the ruffle would be nice to be, you know, so it doesn't look old. Oh, sometimes I do this on my bags that I crochet because they start to look fuzzy and old, and I'm like, you know what? I should just like, you know, warm it up, cook it a little bit, cook it a little bit. I'm gonna get underneath here. And you don't want to do it too long. You got to just do it slowly, okay? Pay attention. Don't ever take your eyes off of it. You don't want to burn anything. And if you're a young person, please get permission from your parents or have them near you when you're doing it. Okay? Look at that. So adorable. I'm going to go hang it up with my other ones. I don't know if y'all can see over there. Let's see. I'll move that. I don't know if that is in the way, but I have these other ones here. Move this chair back. But I'm gonna move this guy over here somewhere. Oh, right here probably. Oh, look at that. Okay, so I don't want it to just be loose, so there it goes. Okay, one down. If only you could see this mess that I have here. No, thank you. If only you couldn't see the mess. It's okay, you don't need to see the mess. So what do I have here? I have some other ones here that need to be stuffed also. So let's work on these. Let's stuff them and close them. I think that would be great. Let me get some stuffing. I don't want to fall. Last thing I want to do. Oh, I haven't been paying attention to you guys. Oh, am I far behind? Sarama Chavez, hi. Sarah. Sarah's my sister. You should do it, Sabrina. Thank you, Sarah. Sarah's my baby sister. Much younger than me. Not a gray hair. Would you have gray hair already, Sarah? Yes, make it for your friend, Sabrina. How cute. You always make such cute stuff, too. Let's see if I'm going to... Does that need to come down? Hopefully I don't do anything wrong here. Oh, y'all don't want to see me that close. I don't want to see me that close. I'm just making it a little lower so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I finished this, and this is, yes, I already have it where I could draw it closed, but I was just waiting for it to finish, to get stuffed. Thank you. Well, this is a jellyfish. A jellyfish. I guess they could be squids also, right? I call them jellies. I call them jellies. Thank you, Sarah. Hurricane. Hurricane. What a name. That's not fun here in Texas, in my neck of the woods. Hurricane. That's scary. Scary. But we're used to them. So come on in. Join us. Yes, I'm having a rare evening crochet meeting gathering. This is not my crochet meeting. That's tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock tomorrow if you want to join. And but I should do more evening ones. That way people are jumping on here that don't usually jump in. Ooh. Okay, so I already had made it to where I could just pull it and close it up. Ooh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Pretty. Let's see. And then I have to make tentacles. I already started making some tentacles on here, so I may add those on in a bit. I want to add beads and stuff to them like I was doing here. So let me close this up. What's your biggest pet peeve? I should ask everybody tomorrow also. What's your biggest pet peeve while crocheting? I'll tell you mine is my hair getting stuck in it. I lose my hair a lot because I think it's because of medication, but I hate that it just falls in here. Oh, I think I'm going to even light this up, heat it up so it can look nice before I add the tentacles and stuff in there. So I always put my needle. I try to always put my needle back because I don't want to lose them, although I have plenty of them. So it is easier if you do this while the tentacles are off. That way you don't have to worry about burning anything. And it's just burning all the fuzz off. I need to invest in a better lighter. I always get the cheap ones from the Dollar Tree. And then I don't want the eyes. I have to be careful of the eyes. I don't want the eyes to get scorched or melted or anything like that. But I would like for it to be a little bit more slick. That's why I do this. So it can be a little bit more slick and not so fuzzy. Because when it's fuzzy, you tend to think that it's used, unless that's what the look that you're going for. At least that's what I feel like. And since it's acrylic, this heats it up and kind of burns the fuzz. And the longer you do it, the more fuzz you will burn. But you got to be very careful because you do not want to. I don't think it shows up so much here, but it makes it more slick. And I can still see some fuzzy pieces there, which is okay. It's okay. I'm not against fuzzy, but I don't like it too fuzzy. You know what I'm not talking about? Yeah, so cute. Oh, this guy had wonky eyes. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give him a raised eyebrow right here. And no, maybe not. I don't know. This eye's a little wonky. I hear my dogs. I'm not going to let them in because every time I let them in, then they want to leave. So we're not going to be playing that game. Daddy's home and Daddy can take care of them for a little bit out there. They're not going to be lonely. You know what I mean? I know. I hate that, Sonia, with the hair getting stuck in there. Do y'all have any other pet peeves? No, but it's a simple circle. Do you happen to know how to make any hats, Linda? Do you know how to make a circle? If I'm doing an octopus, I put 8 single crochets in a magic ring. But if I'm just doing this one, I probably will just put 6. And then the next round will be a double. And you know, you would put 2 stitches and 1 increase in each one. And then the third round would be 1 single crochet and increase, 1 single crochet increase. And if that's as big as you want it around, then you stop there. But if you want it 1 more, which I probably did, which is 2 single crochet and an increase. And then after that, just 1 single crochet every round until you have it as long as you want. And then you do back stitch on the, you get it as long as you want. Then you, the next round is still single crochet, but only in the back loop only. And we leave that front loop exposed so we can make this little ruffly or the little tentacles off of there. If you're, you know, isn't that just so cute? I love it. I'm giving him a mouth. I know. Another pet peeve, when my husband starts talking to me and I look at him and he doesn't get the hint that I'm counting in my head. So then I start saying 5, 6, 7. And he's like, oh, you're counting. When your cats start chewing and running off with your yarn. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's what a lot of people can relate to. I don't have any cats. I used to have cats that lived here when my daughter still lived at home. And let me tell you, I could never have any plants. Never. But I miss my little Gizzy now. But anyways. Can never have nothing nice if you have cats or kids. Nothing. Can't have nothing nice. You can have a nice little jelly here. Does he need eyebrows or is he okay just wonky like that? You know? Because it could be like bought by somebody that has little wonky eyes like me. My eyes are, one is smaller than the other. There's a running joke in my family. How long have you had that bulging eye? Because one time I went into the doctor's office, an eye doctor, and the eye doctor opened the door and she goes, how long have you had that bulging eye? And I was like, I have a bulging eye? One is bigger than the other, but I don't think it's bulging. Anyways, and I told my family, and that is why they always say that to me. Wow, you and your bulging eye, or whatever they tell me, you know, because once in my family, once you give away something that's funny, they will keep mentioning it. And I'm to blame for that because that's my kind of personality. If it's funny, we're going to keep talking about it for years and years and years. And then you know what, Sabrina? Cats aren't the only ones who do that. My dog, Daisy, when she was a baby, she would take off with it. And then she'd run around with it, so it'd be wrapped around the couch. I would just have to go and cut it because I was not going to be running around the other way trying to undo it. Ooh, ooh. I should probably make the little, what do you call that? The little hanger for the top of this one right here. And since I'm here, I am going to just crochet it on instead of sewing it on. Actually, let me get it in here. I should have done it this way. So like I said, there's many different ways that I connect these. So I fasten on and I just crochet a chain, double the length that I want. This is different than the one I made in the last one, if you saw that one. And then as soon as I have it that long, as long as I want, double the length, then I just cut it off and I leave a tail to connect it to the other end here, tie it, and then pull it through the head to hide the knot and the tails and cut it off. That's so cute. I don't know if I'm going to add any beads on here or not. I wonder if I should. I don't think I'm going to add beads to the top because even though I liked it on that one, I don't think I'm going to. I don't know. Maybe it looks cute from here. So cute. So I think I like the little corkscrew tentacles so much. I have to make a whole bunch of these for Comic-Con. Is this not quite yet double of what I want? I want it still a bigger hanger because, you know, you may want to put this. No, it might be too big for a car hanger. I might have to make some small ones for a car hanger. Now that would be adorable. Okay, this might be good enough. And now I'm going to cut it off. I've already been on here an hour. How did that happen? How did that happen? Okay, I'm going to string this over here. Okay. And I'm going to tie it to the other end. And then I'm going to bring one of these straps over to the other, because I don't like for this strap to be just kind of open like that. I like them to be joined at the bottom. So now I'm going to tie them together. And then my favorite part, if it works, when I bring it through to hide this knot that I just made, I like to bring it through a stitch, and then when I do, pull the tails, and if I hear a pop, I know that the knot went through and it got lodged in there. Let's see. Okay, pull this one. Oh no, maybe it's too big. Maybe it's too big to go through there. Oh no, there it went. There it went. They popped it, it popped. That meant that the knot got into there and it's not gonna come out. And now I just cut it and squish it and hug it and kiss it and call it George. Old people will know what that is. If you're not old, congratulations, but you won't know what that means. Or maybe you will, because you have a parent that said it all the time, like my kids know. Why do cats do that? They want to lie down on everything that you're working on. Your keyboard, anything. It's like, this is not interesting. I'm interesting. Look at me. Anything that you're paying attention to, you know, that's what they do. So, they're so cute. So cute. Okay, so I made these for this. I'm going to attach them. Okay, so one end has, let's see, no, this one. I'm going to use this one to sew it in. This is the wrong way for me to do it, because usually I just sew it on here like I did this, and I just leave them long with the tail, and then I use that tail to, and look, I said I put my needle up, and I didn't put it up. See, I could have lost it. So I just don't, you know, I like to sew it directly onto here and then, you know, have one. So, but I am going to sew this one on, and let's see how I do it. Let's see how I perform this. So I put them around one of the rings. You decide where you want them. I start with the inner circle, and how am I going to do this? I bring this out just a little bit more than where the chain is in there. So then I'm going to catch the chain on the other side, and that way it looks seamless. Tie it, and then do that one knot thing and see if I can get it to go in. We'll see. We'll see. Do the best I can. Your cat, well, you know, who doesn't like beef jerky, so I don't blame your cat. But boo-hoo for anybody who wanted the jerky. Okay, I'm trying to pull this in. I don't know if it's going to pop because it's a big knot. But if not, that's okay, right? Okay, that's gonna be okay. Cut it off. Next one, I'll try to make a smaller knot. Learn from my mistakes. I'm gonna put that needle right there. Don't go anywhere, needle. Okay, let's put this next one. And just put them on there evenly. If you put 3 of them, then space them out evenly. If you put 5, then space them out evenly. So, okay, I think I learned my lesson on here. I'm just gonna make a knot. A not so big knot. That way it fits through the stitches this time. All day I've been having this memory that wants to come back, but I can't quite grab it. And it's a memory of my dream last night. And I kind of feel like I was at school, lost in the hallways or something like that. I don't know. Uh-oh, I gotta check the front. I have a package that's coming. Okay, so did that one come out? Let's see. Okay, so maybe I will wrap it twice. Okay. And I keep getting a glimpse of it, but not really, like I can taste it, but I really can't tell what it is. So I don't even know if it was at school or what, but it was a dream that was so vivid, but not vivid enough to stay in my head, because you know how you forget about them, right? But it kind of makes me feel a little disturbed. So maybe it's good that I cannot remember what it is. What it is. Okay, I'm just gonna sew this over and over. So there's many ways to add things on. You find the way that works the best for you, and the sad thing is I'm always finding a different way to do the same thing over and over and over again. Which is good, because I hate doing things the same way. It's like when I was dating my husband and he would take me to school, or he would take me home. I would tell him, can you take a different way? Because it's kind of boring going the same way, you know. And so even now, to this day, if we go for a ride, we take different ways, you know, because that's just the way we are. Look at that. I'm going to add the beads right now, because adding beads are one of my favorite things. And so let's open this up. Where's my... Okay. What y'all talking about, people? Hi, Amori. How are you, hon? I'm up late, Amori. You know? So let's see. Get my hook. Amori, I'm making my jellyfish, and now I'm going to be adding some beads. Whee! That's kind of fun, just to stick your hook in there and see what kind comes out. Whee! Ooh, nothing came out with that one. Ooh, orange. Yay, perfect. What you doing, Amori? It's Friday, so you don't have to go to bed early for school, right? Hi, Kathy. Did I say hi to you already? Did I miss you coming on here? I might have. But hi, Kathy. Bows and wrenches. What are you talking about? Bows and wrenches, bows and wrenches. Oh, no. You have school tomorrow? That means you better get to bed, but it's earlier there than it is here, so I'm not worried. And I ain't your mama. Your mama will tell you. Your mama will tell you. She'll tell you what to do. Mamas never fail. Oh, look, I got 2 of them for the price of 1. Blue and lilac. Ooh, so nice. It's a good way to use up all these beads that were donated to me so sweetly. Okay, I need to get off of the pink and the orange, although that's okay. Let's do a little yellow maybe, and another pink. Never can go wrong with too much pink, though. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? Know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Let's add, that's too close to that color. What other color? Is there another? No, too much orange. Let's do a red. Red and green. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, that's all we're going to do on this one. And then I'm going to tie my knot. And then I'm going to sew that up. What did I do with my needle? Did I put it away, or did I leave it right there? Okay. I put it away like a good girl. Oh, ho, ho. Mama says hi. Dusk, how are you? I don't think I've seen you in a little bit. I'm in the evening. Can you believe it? I exist at night. Yes. I'm still going to have the crochet meeting tomorrow. So don't fear. This is not substitute for tomorrow. I will still be having the crochet meeting. So if y'all want to come there and join us. I think I will put a reminder on tonight before I go to bed. So it might be kind of late. But, you know, it'll be there. It'll be there. Okay. Will this hold it, I wonder? Okay, I think it will. And okay. Ooh, 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 this makes me happy. What is the one thing I talk about that I'm always doing? Cleaning my room. I was about to talk about it again. I'm like, these people are tired of hearing about me cleaning my room. I don't even have a certain amount of beads that I'm putting on here. I'm just putting until I'm happy. And when I'm not happy, I will stop. Yeah. I just get a feeling, you know? Oh, and I have these spoons in here. So I just like stir it around because, you know, it gets a little stale. Beads can get a little stale. At least I feel like they can. I like to pick them without looking at them, which is nice because now I got a dark color here that I wasn't getting before. Another pink, because who doesn't like pink? Well, I'm not going to do another pink just because I like pink. So, what other one? One more. Blue. Okay. We can live with that. We can live with that. Y'all just here hanging out with me. I never promised to be entertaining, or did I? Is that the whole, that's the whole idea of this YouTube, right? For me to entertain you, to be your friend here. And I know that I'm your friend, but I don't want to be boring. But that's okay. Sometimes friends are boring and real friends don't care. So I don't care if you're boring. Not that I would ever think that. Okay, cut this off. So I'm going to be saying hi to certain people, and they may or may not be watching. Kyle, thank you for my birthday present. Cindy, click on and watch this video. But if I have to say that, then you're probably not watching the video, right? So anyway, Cindy, if you're here, say hello or not. Whatever you want to do. Sometimes it's easier to do this with the needle than it is with the hook like I was doing it earlier. So it's been a bit, right, Dusk? Yeah. Yes. Oh, okay. So I'm glad you came by now, Kathy. I'm glad. I'm going to try to do some more evening ones. I say things like that, and it all just depends on what happens with me, you know, and I got to stop making promises and telling y'all what I'm going to be doing because you never know what I'm going to be doing. And I don't want to disappoint people. So, and I know you guys, my friends, understand if I can't get on because things are happening with me and I'm just so tired lately. And I got my blood work back today and my platelets are low. That's why I'm having all these bruises. It looks like someone grabbed me and I'm trying to figure out, somebody could have grabbed me but not aggressively. And so I was asking my husband, I said, did you grab my arm? I don't remember. Because sometimes we could kid around or just hold, in case he thought I was falling or something like that. But I'm sure people who don't know me or Eddie would think, oh, golly, something happened to her. But no, my husband would never. But my platelets are low. So that's why I'm having all of this bruising here. And if they're kind of low like that and I'm having more bruising, I am going to have to call the doctor and tell them because they'll want me to go and do another blood check. But it's the weekend. I don't have to do it right now. But if I'm a good girl, I guess I would go if I was having a lot of have a lot of bruising or bleeding or something, then I would go to the hospital. Okay, look at that. I got those. Woohoo! Now to make some curly cues on here. Shut this because I don't want my beads to fly everywhere. Oh, my coffee's already cold. Okay, so I don't know where my yarn is for this one. This color yarn. It might be in the other room. So I don't have it, or maybe I do have it in here. Let's see if it's in here. What? No. No. So what color should I put in here? If I have this aqua color here, maybe I should do some... I have lots of colors in here, people, so I can use whatever, ever. But the decision, I have, maybe, do we want yellow? Maybe we want yellow. Nah, that's too close to this color, right? Yeah, I don't want that. I'd like a little bit more variegated color. I see one there, but it's kind of dark. And this one, I don't know. That's too pinky. There's no yellowy in here. And then my other one is left in my other room. What is this? That's not good. That's attached to something. Yep. It gets kind of boring around here. Gets kind of boring. How about lavender? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Here's some lavender. And I think that this is Red Heart. No, you know what this is? No, is it? I was going to say Hobby Lobby. I don't think it is. I think it's Red Heart. And I want to pull this out, but I hate when I can't. You know what? I'm going to use it like this from the outside. I hate using it from the outside, but oh well, what you going to do, right? I'm going to stick it in that bag. And I think a nice lavender will look so pretty in here. And this is how I'm going to make the corkscrews. I am going to use, what size should I use for this? Here we go again. Looking for a size. Yeah, I'm going to use the 3. Okay. So when I make the corkscrews, I have to make them longer than I actually want the corkscrew. You know what I'm talking about? So I fasten on, and then say I want the corkscrew to be this long, then I should probably make the chain that long. So I don't know. Let me just see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So I'm just, oh no. Okay, so I'm just using that as a baseline. So around 30, because they don't all have to be, okay. Someone is trying to log into something and... Okay. It's going to do it again. I don't know. Is this stopping my... It's not stopping it, right? Okay, so to do the corkscrew, what happens is that you do a chain, and you can either put 2 or 3 single crochets into each stitch, working all the way up. 2 is good enough. It will make it twirl. So just put 2 single crochets, or if you're doing double crochets, put the 2 double crochets. It will make it bigger. And then, yeah, so it makes it corkscrew. And this is going to be so cute in the lavender. That's nice because there's no lavender in here, and it's just added cuteness. And so you see how I'm making it, and it's curling up. So it'll be so cute. You'll see it. Okay, let me see. I haven't been paying attention here. I'm good, Dusk. How are you? Oh, you have Easter weekend off? I'm going to be at a beach house on Easter weekend with my sisters. I'm not boring? Good, Dusk. I'm glad to know about that. Yes, I love the beads, Sonia. I love it. Amy! Oh, yeah. Yes. Bust out that crochet, Amy. Sometimes if I forget whether I made two or not, I will make another one in there because it doesn't hurt. It doesn't have to be, you know, exact. You already know that with me. Nothing is exact. It's a free form art for the most part, unless you're making clothes or an exact shape of amigurumi, then, you know, you better stay on count if you want it to be exactly like the pattern says. But you know me, no pattern, Angie. So, what was I talking about before that? Oh, so what was happening is my husband is trying to log in on to one of our accounts. It comes to my phone, and I wasn't letting him because then that means that I thought he was going to have to call me and stuff like that. And I'm here and he knows that I'm doing a live, so he wouldn't call me. I feel bad for him because it needed to give him a code. He'll figure it out. He's a smart one. Okay, I hear howling outside. So, tomorrow, don't forget, let's see. I wonder, should I do a jellyfish tomorrow during the crochet live? I wonder if I should put up a poll right now. Is it too late to put up a poll? We've been on here already over an hour, and I don't know. Yeah, I remember you saying that, Sonia. You're going to Utah. That should be fun. I've never. Okay, so I was in Utah once, but that was a layover. That was just a pit stop in our plane ride. When I was going to where was I going to? Montana, and we had a stop there. And so I didn't. I just saw the airport. That's it. So doesn't really count. I don't think. Oh, nice, Sonia. That's nice. I've been bad. I have not been on that group me to see if anybody's posting anything. I feel so bad, but I can only do what I can do, right? I have good intentions, good intentions, and sometimes my follow through is not that great. So hope y'all forgive me for that. Oh, what was I saying about? I heard howling outside. And tomorrow's Saturday. I'm trying to go through my train of thought. And then I was talking about the meeting. Oh, yeah. And we were doing, should I do a poll? But I don't think I will. If y'all have any ideas of what y'all want to work on tomorrow during the crochet meeting, let me know and I'll consider them. But I'll go look myself too to see if I find something. Last week, I think we worked on an octopus, right? So something simple like that, you know. Okay, I'm getting towards the end, close to it. So this really works up really fast. It's kind of brainless, mindless, and I can work on it without, and I can be talking, you know what I mean? So it works up great. Look at that. Oh gosh, look at the little corkscrew. It's kind of short, so I may have to make some longer something else here. So I'm gonna make 3 of these. Okay, let me cut this off. Let's cut this off. And I'm gonna put this needle back up where it needs to go because I don't want it to get lost. Okay, pull that through. Tie it off to the other one. Pull it through. Tie it again. However you deem to make it secure and then to hide it. Stick my needle on the way on the other side, pull in the Tails. I know, I'm like a broken record. You know, did I tell y'all that one time Eddie told me that I was taking a nap and that I started talking in my sleep and I was telling him, giving him a pattern to crochet. I was telling him how to crochet something, which I think is hilarious. I said, did you write it down so I could know what I was crocheting? He's like, no. I was like, oh, dang it. I'll never know. I'll never know. Look at that. How cute. And I'll add another longer something here. Or maybe even some shorter ones like this. I don't know. No, we'll see. We will see. Was I using this pink one? Oh, mods? Maybe dusk. It's not a weird question. I shall consider it. Oh, bye, Sabrina. Thanks for hanging out with me. Miss you. Hope to see you soon. I shall consider it dusk. Let me think on it for a little while. And I guess you will know next time you jump on, maybe. Maybe. What yarn was I using? Oh, yeah, here it is. The lavender. Okay. Oh, wait, I'm wasting yarn there. Don't waste yarn, people, because you never know when you just need just one more stitch and you don't have it, and you'll remember, oh, I remember when I wasted the yarn. I could have used it for one more stitch. So, let's see. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. What did we go up to last time? 15. So all I do is, if I can't remember what I went up to, I hold it up and I just go a little bit further up like that. Or take measurements. There's many different ways you can keep track of it. But like I said, it doesn't have to be exact. It would be nice if I knew how to put music on here. But don't worry, one day I will figure it out, because I finally figured out how to put music onto my YouTube videos, background music. What do you think about that? A little bit more. So I will eventually. I'm a slow mover, people. Slow mover. I'll figure it out eventually in my own time. Can't believe we're going to be on here a year already. Thank you, Allegra, for getting me on here. I thought I was doing it for her. And little did I know she was doing it for me. And it has changed my life. I shall tell you that. Because if I didn't have you guys, I would be down in the dumps sometimes, you know? I would be down in the dumps. You guys make me happy when I need y'all. I know I can come on here and hang out with you guys. You know what? I think this is the Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. It feels like it. It's just that I'm missing the you know, the little banner that goes around it. What do you call that? The label. But it feels like it. This might be leftover from my remember my lily blanket, my spider blanket? Oh, I gotta go break that out. It's clean. It's in my closet. It's folded. I need to break it out, bring it out. Maybe I'll wait a little bit until when it's closer to Halloween and change it out for that other star blanket there. Replace it. I don't know. I'm trying to get my room to be uncluttered again, because when I first made my yarn room, it was uncluttered, and then I kept adding more stuff and more stuff and more stuff. So yeah, the problems of a hoarder. I will, Dusk. 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, Central Time. What is 30? What are you saying, Dusk? 30. Oh, yes. Thank you for my count. Thank you. Bye, Linda. Good night. See you in the morning. You're so welcome, Linda. See you in the morning. I'm not going to be on here much longer, but we shall see. I always say that, and then I end up on here like, what? I've still been on here another hour? Yeah. Oh, look at that. A lot of you left some likes on there. Thank you so much. So much. Anybody new on here? This is your first time? Who was the one I was just talking to before that was new on here? Say hi. If you've been on here before and have never said hi, say hi. You don't have to say anything else if you don't want to. Or you can talk away and ask me all kinds of questions. Yeah, I'm getting sleepy. Sleepy. So I don't even know if I made 30. We'll see when I'm done with this. We'll compare it to the other corkscrew, and then I'll decide whether I make the other one longer or wait, did I do 2 there? I need to maybe do 3 here because I think I only did 1 in that one, and I am not going back. There's no way that I'm frogging anything when I'm making these cute little artistic jellyfish when nobody's going to go around counting any of my stitches. Are they? Do you think anybody goes around counting my stitches on little things like this? They might if they are someone who wants to make another one, I suppose. But they will be in for a rude awakening. What? This lady didn't even follow a pattern. She's just going crazy over here with all these 2 here, 3 here, 1 here. What do you mean you got 2 increases and then no more increases? No, I don't go that crazy anymore. But I used to go that crazy because I didn't know the first thing about following a pattern. All I did was eyeball things and say, I need more stitches here. I need less stitches here. I didn't know that there should be a count. I kind of knew, but I didn't know how to make the count, you know? And that's one of the things, and learning how to do amigurumis, I wanted to learn how to do that. I knew how to make stuff, but I wanted to learn certain patterns, so I had to learn how to follow. I'm getting to the end here, so I might not be talking. I wanted to learn how to follow a pattern, and it's easier for me to follow a pattern with a tutorial here on YouTube, and that's how I learned how to read patterns, basically, because, you know, watching the videos. Yawns are contagious. I'm so sorry, but I must be sleepy. I laid down earlier because I was so tired from all the stuff I was doing today, and I thought I wanted to take a nap, and I never did take a nap. And then it was time to eat. Eddie fed me, and I just said, you know what? I better get over here and work on some stuff. So I may go lay down in a bit, and then I'll put post something as a reminder for for the crochet meeting tomorrow, and then research some things that we might do. Thank you, Dusk. I realized that. I figured that's what you were telling me. Best advice for a youngster. Mango Vision. Ooh, Mango Vision. I just did ask a question. Oh, you lived in Roy, Utah. Isn't that where Sonia said they were going to go? So let's see. Best advice for a youngster. Well, a real youngster from like, look at that. So I kind of have the idea of how long I want it. For a teenager. Let's get there, because how I used to be, I was so wrapped up on how I looked, what people thought about me, And the best advice I can give you or tell you is nobody cares. Nobody's looking at you. Everybody else is too worried about the way they look and the way people are looking at them, and worried about how their hair is or their makeup is or whatever it is they're worried about. What girls think about them, what boys think about them. Um, and nobody's really looking at you. Do and be who you are, your authentic self. Okay, that's my advice for that kind of youngster. Teenagers, kind of the same advice, I would think. And do not be so angry at your parents. They may not be perfect. Um, Even my father, who was pretty abusive, I should have had more sympathy for him. Not that I should put up with whatever, was going on, but as I got older, I realized he was a person with his own troubles, and I should have had compassion for him. But I realize it's hard when you're when you're young. 20-year old, be cautious, because when you're 20, in your 20s, you're kind of dumb. At least I was. And you think nothing can happen to you. And you take a lot of risks, which is just inherent for that age. And, you know, some of us do dumb things. The only thing that saved me is there was no internet back when I was young. You don't have evidence of all the stupid stuff I did. I wasn't that stupid, but you don't have evidence of that. And remember, what you're doing is going to have an effect on the rest of your life. I mean, you could always turn it around and do other things, but it will make an impact on your life. If you're looking for a partner, I have lots of advice. Now you're going to be sorry that you asked me. If you're looking for a partner, find someone that is a lot like you, but that has some opposite traits, because you need someone to balance you out and you need to balance them out. But never, never, ever accept abuse of any kind from anyone. If they don't respect you and love you fully, they probably never will. And better just to cut it off right there and then. Okay, once you figure that out, don't sell yourself short. You deserve the best. Okay, and the best is different for everyone. And and don't be too picky. There are girls out there so picky. They want someone who's this, someone who's that, and this and that. And then all of a sudden they fall in love with somebody that's not that, and which is good. But don't be too picky. You'll never find that perfect person. You will find the perfect person for you, but you will never find a perfect person. I think this one is going to be a lot longer than the other one, so I may have to add 3 stitches every now and then. It looks like it's going to be long, this little curly Q. How's that for advice? Bye, Dusk. See you tomorrow, hopefully. You're welcome, Dusk. In case you didn't see that, you'll see it tomorrow. Better take care of me when people show up on here, Dusk. The next time you comment something on here, you shall see something nice. But good night. See you tomorrow. So, who was the one asking me the questions? Mango Vision. How did I do? How did I do? I'm full of it, full of advice. And I didn't have a perfect life. I have a good life, and I didn't dwell on all the bad stuff that happened when I was younger. And I did not use it as an excuse to live in the misery that I could have had I just dwelled on everything that happened to me as a youngster, because that's in the past. And once you can talk to somebody about stuff, get it out of you, is what I believe. But don't just keep talking about it over and over. Although I do talk about it often, and I would talk to my children about stuff that happened to me, so they would know. And because I didn't believe in any secrets really from my kids. Age appropriate, I would talk to them about stuff, you know. So, but it's good to talk to someone. If you need to talk to someone, get it out. Just don't be dwelling, and you don't always have to figure out stuff. Why did this happen? What do I need to do? Just go on living and just kind of drop it off. Just look at it and just consciously say, I'm just going to leave that right there. I'm going to drop it off, and I don't want to pick that up anymore. And I'm talking about things that might have happened to you that traumatized you and stuff like that. So I think that, you know, that's good advice. Just drop it off. Just don't let it have an effect on you anymore. You give it all the power. You have control over how much power it has on you. You can decide. Not that it doesn't affect you sometimes. You know, I'm not saying that. Because now I've done it so much, so long that I've given up thinking about my childhood, but it did affect me for a long time. That now when I think about it, it's like, did that happen to me? Or it feels like it happened to someone else. It's a lifetime ago. I'm going to get off of here, people. I see all these people going to bed. I know there's some of you guys who are still up, but let me see. But I need to go lie down. I am fading here. Okay, after I finish this one, and we shall see how long it is compared to the other ones. And maybe I'll continue this tomorrow. So y'all come back for tomorrow's meeting, 9 o'clock morning, Central Time, 9 o'clock Central Time, U.S. Central Time. So if you're interested in coming and just hanging out with some more crocheters, we will be here. I'll be here at 9 o'clock. Last weekend, I postponed it an hour because it was my birthday and I was busy partying. And by partying, I mean eating at Cracker Barrel. Look at that. How adorable. What do you think, people? Okay. Going to put this one on the side here because I'm still working on it. Elisa, Sonora faz boneca. I'm not sure what that means. Let's see. A beautiful woman? That's a guess because it kind of sounds Spanish a little bit. Amy, I'm glad you caught me too. Thank you for my belated birthday wish. Okay, guys, see y'all in the morning, and thank you for hanging out with me. Talk to y'all later.